Hello everybody from Plant Reviews. Today is the 5th of October and I'm talking today about a beautiful jasmine plant called Jasminum sambac Arabian Knight with K and N. Spell like night, the people who were dwelling in the Middle Age, and not Arabian Night as is written here, or Arabian Might as written here, but I forgive promptly the misspelling, because sometimes the name in English for non-native English speakers are a bit difficult to write. And about this plant from Vivai Malvarosa in Italy, a specialist in jasmines as well as in pelargonium. It's an amazing nursery. If you love jasmines and pelargoniums, definitely buy from this nursery, because it has gorgeous plants and with many varieties. Unfortunately, after Brexit, it's a lot more complicated to import plants in the United Kingdom. However, if you live in Europe, you're still free to get these plants with the free movement, basically. So Jasminum sambac Arabian Night is a variety of Jasminum sambac, a beautiful and very fragrant jasmine that, unlike the common name Arabian Jasmine, as it is known, the Jasminum sambac is not actually native to Arabia, but to countries in southern and Southeast Asia. I made a video about Jasminum sambac a few weeks ago. It is a gorgeous plant. It is a kind of shrubby jasmine, not much of a climber, and has these beautiful shiny green leaves that can be that are ovate, can be more or less rounded, but yeah, mostly ovate, and the margins are pretty smooth, and is a plant that can grow up to 3 meters tall. The plant, the Arabian Jasmine, has been known for basically centuries in Europe, and the name of Arabian Jasmine is probably due to the fact that the first plants to arrive in Europe probably came from the gardens of Arabian people, I suppose, Arabian very rich people that were able to have gardens in a place that is famous for not being usually particularly moist for climate, while this plant, it is true, loves warm climate as in Arabia, but also needs some moisture. It basically doesn't come from a desert climate as most of the Arabia is. However, Arabia was famous in Europe for having some beautiful gardens, and probably the plants that came in Europe and were called Jasminum sambac came indeed from these Arabian gardens. The most famous feature of the Jasminum sambac, and indeed of the Arabian Jasmine, so-called Arabian Jasmine, is the scent of the flowers. The flowers are white, and in the wild species, in normal species, are pretty much shaped. They're very common shape to many jasmines. The petals are quite rounded, and I believe they are 5 petals, or really it's a 5-lobed corolla. However, from the Jasminum sambac, several varieties have been selected, including some with double or even triple flowers. One of the most famous is the Duke of Tuscany. However, this one is called Arabian Knight, and as I said, it is even this variety, I'm not sure if this variety was selected in Arabia or actually was a commercial name for this variety. However, this variety is characterized by double flowers. The flowers themselves are pretty small. They are probably about a centimeters in diameter, and you can see they don't have the only 5 petals as the typical Jasminum sambac, but have several petals. I waited a few days until these flowers, in order to for this flower to be open fully up. However, I found that these flowers never really open up completely. They stay basically in this kind of double flower bud shaped for the whole life of the flower, that is just a couple of days, 3 at the most, and then turn from this ivory white to purple once they are faded, and then to brown. Indeed, you can see that I actually can take this flower out, and it is quite stunning, the fact that the change in color turns purple. This is a feature that in the normal Arabian Jasmine, the normal Jasminum sambac, really doesn't happen, the change in color to purple before they fade. Just the flowers just drop from the plant, usually when they are still white. However, and these purple flowers don't smell of anything, but the buds, well, not the buds, these flowers have the same beautiful kind of citrusy and sweet at the same time scent of the Jasminum sambac with the simple flowers. However, the intensity, in my opinion, is not nowhere close about of the typical Jasminum sambac. The intensity is a lot lower in the Arabian Knight. Now, I'm not too sure, maybe because this plant is blooming in autumn. Today is the 5th of October, and also it's a pretty gloomy day outside. However, I don't find this plant particularly fragrant. The fragrance is nice, but now I am about 20 centimeters far from the flower, and I can't detect any fragrance. I really need to stick my nose close to the flower to detect the fragrance. Instead, with the Jasminum sambac with simple flowers that I made a video a few weeks ago, the intensity of the fragrance was a lot more powerful. Here we have another bud. Well, really, it's a flower, because this one possibly is still a bud, because you can see the shape is still quite ovoid, is not as rounded as the other one. You see, this is still quite closed. I'm trying to focus on the flower itself. Let's see. It's a bit difficult to focus, but yeah, you can see that the petals are very, very closed still, while this one, they are kind of opening, and also you can see that actually the flower is on the way to fade, because there is this like purplish hue at the base of the flower. And even with this flower bud, the fragrance, this is actually even less fragrant than the other flower, so I can't even detect it. I can't even detect the fragrance when I stick my nose close to the flower. So Jasminum Arabian Knight, as Jasminum sambac, I believe, is a plant that is hardy from USDA 9 upwards. So if you live in the UK, definitely I wouldn't recommend to leave it outdoors. Just put it in a greenhouse, or keep it as a house plant in a very sunny windowsill, because these plants need a lot of sun and moist but well drained soil, ideally acidic. About the likelihood to get this plant in the UK, I don't think you have much chances, because the only place I found in internet to get this plant was actually Via Malvarosa. I never found this plant for sale in any other UK website. However, possibly there are some other European nurseries selling this plant. In my opinion, if you want a jasmine with double flowers that are not very common, definitely the Arabian Knight is one that can satisfy this desire, if you have, of a jasmine with double flower. I know that the Grand Duke of Tuscany is bigger flowers and they have even more petals. However, my Duke of Tuscany didn't bloom yet, so I can't tell anything about this other variety. However, if you are looking for a jasmine for fragrance, in my opinion at the moment, go for the Jasminum sambac with the Arabian Jasmine with simple flowers, because this one has, in my opinion, an intensity that is a lot lower than the sambac. It might be because this plant is pretty young, or maybe because autumn already started, so there's less light, so the conditions are not ideal for the plants to secrete the usual quantities of essential oils that obviously are the reason why the flowers smell. However, at the moment I can't recommend really Jasminum sambac Arabian Night for fragrance, because the normal Jasminum sambac, the wild type, is a lot more fragrant in my opinion. Anyway, hopefully I will make another video next year. I hope to cultivate this plant well, and once the plant is mature and hoping that is able to bloom in summer, the fragrance might be a lot more intense. But at the moment, as I said, I wanted to show you Jasminum sambac Arabian Night to discuss about the plant. However, I can't recommend it, at least not yet, about the fragrance. If you want to go for fragrant jasmines, definitely go for the Jasminum sambac, the wild type, or otherwise other jasmines, like for example the Polyanthum, the Azoricum, the Odoratissimum, or the Grandiflorum. These, in my opinion, are the best so far fragrant jasmines I found. Anyway, even with that, I hope that you still enjoy the review and my discussion about these pretty rare varieties, pretty rare variety. And as usual, if you like this video, it would be great if you can please give a thumbs up, and if you like this video and the other videos on my channel, it would be great if you can please subscribe. It is completely free for you, but in this way you notify YouTube subscribing to my channel that you like my videos, and YouTube in turn can promote my channel on the platform. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.